Hey guys, and welcome back to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the Philippines finals. This is the finals of these finals. Renovatio taking on the Resistance, which is also known as the, Renovatio 2 in this matchup. Renovatio, of course, taking game number one in pretty convincing fashion, actually, with a really good draft. They are one game away from winning the entire thing here. Will the Resistance be able to put up an actual resistance against Renovatio, who hasn't dropped a single game throughout this entire competition thus far? Will they be able to put up a challenge against them and push this to a game deciding number three and win that as well to bring this to the best of one? We're definitely looking forward to seeing what happens. Renovatio now one step forward to claiming the champion and reclaiming their title as Philippines champion. My name is Arctic Shadow, and I'll be bringing you the rest of the cast for the game. I believe the draft has started. Let's jump straight into it and see what is happening. The map is going to be the smallest map, I believe, on the Hot World. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Will we see an Asmodan? That is the question. Whether or not these players are listening to my cast right now. As I mentioned earlier, Hot is a really interesting game with a lot of heroes that work well on certain maps, and it all comes down to compositions. Yes, you can use certain staple compositions on every single map, yes, but there are also certain heroes that get broken on smaller maps, bigger maps, medium maps. So it really depends. Like on a map like Tomb of the Spider Queens, where it's so tiny, if you're able to get the kill task, but seems to have already been banned out here, and the Asmodan, it's gonna be quite crazy. If you get those stacks up on the Asmodan, he can grow and grow, and he can just dunk on you. That damage that he does is just really, really going to be crazy. So taking a look at the bans right now, Kael'thas against Zul for the Resistance, Kael'thas on Renovatio. They did pick up the Kael'thas the previous game, so they generally always pick up the heroes that ban out the heroes that they know that they do good with as well. They do pick up the Sonya this time around, so it seems like Philippines really love the Sonya, so I hope the other countries are paying attention to the stream right now, because we seem to see a lot of Sonya being picked up by Renovatio and the Resistance. And mind you, these two teams probably scream against each other on a daily basis, considering they are both Renovatio 1 and 2. So we do see a lot of Sonya coming out from this. It seems to be a hero that they really enjoy and love. Greymane as well going to be the second pick here for Renovatio, who are 1-0 up again in terms of games. Resistance now going to pick up the Sylvanas, Li Ming, and the Tasada. So again, we're going to see the Tasada. Will we see an Illidan though? That is the question. Illidan not banned out just yet. They don't pick it out just yet as well. They do have the Tasada ready. They do pick up the Li Ming and Sylvanas. They could easily go with a no tank build by picking up Illidan here along with maybe an Uther or Rega. That would be pretty awesome. They are banning out the Muradin over on Renovatio. Resistance not banning out the Illidan any just yet. I don't think they will in fact ban out the Illidan. What I would personally do is finish my composition off with Illidan and Rega / Uther, and I would just deny them any more DPS classes, because they do have the Greymane and the Sonya right now. All those top tier supports are still available. Uther, Rega, Tiranda, they are all still available in the pool. So they are taking some time out to ban this. Not too sure who they are actually going to go for, using their additional time down to the last second. It does look like they are going to ban out the Asmodan, so looks like they are listening somewhat. Oh, Malfurion actually going to be banned. What? Okay. Not too sure if that was a misclick or something. I don't think Malfurion is a worthy ban here on this map, considering you still have Uther, Rega, Tiranda in the pool of things. I don't think Renovatio was going to pick up a Malfurion by any means for their team. As you can see here, they are shadow picking the Rhaegar. So, not sure that was a misclick, but I don't really understand why they banned out Malfurion by any means, of course. So Rhaegar going to be picked up by Renovatio here, along with the Sonya and Greymane earlier on. Now I think they need a good, strong front line. They're probably going to go with the ETC, as we've seen them do it time and time again. I think ETC will probably be the way to go for their team, unless they want to leave a solo Sonya up front, which I don't think they will do. So seems like they are still thinking this out right now. I think they did ban out the Muradin earlier on, so I think ETC is the only way to go here. The Resistance, honestly, it just looks like what if they don't pick up the ETC here, they won't really have a front line. Maybe the Johanna, I guess, but I really want to see Illidan being picked up here. Come on, Resistance, listen to me, listen to the stream. Pick up the Illidan and an Uther. That'll be pretty. Or Tiranda. Tiranda will be fine as well, and then go the Shadow Stock build. But it does look like they want to go the Johanna route, which I also did predict earlier on. So they do go with the Johanna and the Sylvanas along with the Li Ming. So they are not going with the Illidan pickup. I definitely expect to see a second support here. I think they do have Li Ming and Sylvanas for the damage already. Oh, they are actually going to go with a solo Tasada support? I will disagree with that. They are shadow picking the Tiranda, so I think that's going to be their lock-in pick. Yep, it is in fact going to be their lock-in pick. So they have one tank up front, Johanna, Sylvanas and Li Ming to do the DPS, as we saw in the previous round, Tiranda as well being able to dish out quite a bit of DPS herself. She should be able to be a formidable opponent in that sense in terms of DPS too, along with Tasada to support Murky. This is going to be interesting. They do really pick up the Murky. No, they're just trolling us, going with the Leoric. Asmodan, come on, Asmodan. Come on, Renovatio. I want to see the Asmodan being picked up by you guys. They don't really have a frontline tank. I guess Asmodan is pretty tanky with the amount of HP that he has, but it's definitely not a frontline tank for sure. They do have the Sonya up front, but it does look like they want to go with the Leoric. No ETC, no Muradin in this game. First time ever. I have to say, one of the first times ever that I've seen no Muradin or no ETC in either side of the matchup. That is something that you don't really see too often. So the final lineups for both sides is going to be Leoric, Falstad, Rhaegar, Greymane, and Sonya on Renovatio. Over on the red team, the Resistance, Tiranda, Johanna, Sylvanas, Li Ming, and Tasada. Honestly, right now, I think both teams are pretty evenly matched up. I don't see like a huge difference between the two lineups. I don't see any advantage that either team really has. The both compositions are quite strong. You know, Tiranda with the Tasada support onto that Li Ming, Johanna with the front line. I think that should be fine. I'm surprised there's just, again, ETC wasn't picked up. Leoric, he's fine as well. You know, he's able to tomb everyone in. Falstad, just overall a really strong hero on every single map because of his map presence. Rhaegar as well, strong support. Greymane along with the Sonya, and we've seen what the Sonya can do on Renovatio. So I think both teams have a really solid lineup. I can't really give this to anyone. I think both teams' draft is pretty decent, but just based off execution wise and what we've seen Renovatio can do, I think I would have to probably just give it to them just because of the execution wise. We've seen them execute their plans perfectly, and we've seen their Sonya with 100% win rate so far. We have not seen her lose, so I think she probably will win this with Renovatio yet again. So right now we're waiting for both teams to just join up. Again, this is Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is going to be the first best of 3 series here in the grand finals of this Philippines finals. Happening right now at the LAN Cafe. If you're just tuning in, this is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit Philippines Finals happening right now. Renovatio against Resistance. These two teams have qualified already for the C Regionals happening next week. So both these teams will be representing Philippines in the qualifiers for the C Regionals next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Next Saturday and Sunday, we will have the C Regionals. Tomorrow, we will have the Thailand finals starting at about 11 a.m. Singapore time. So that's GMT plus 8 for those of you who are wondering. I think it's about 10 p.m. US time. It's a bit late for you guys, but hey, for HOTS, you guys might want to stay up. So tomorrow will be the Thai finals. I'm looking forward to casting the Thailand finals as well, because they will be another interesting bunch with different types of drafts and whatnot. So I do know the Thai people have a different, they do things a little bit differently. So it is going to be interesting to see how they are. Right now, we're still waiting for the teams to join up, of course. So do bear with us. I believe they do have some, again, lag issues. So it is going to be Renovatio against Team Resistance. Renovatio 1 game away from taking it all and taking the championship. So quick shout out to our sponsors real quick. Razer, our official peripheral sponsor. You guys check out their gear, go to their website, see if you can get any like new gear that you want to use from Razer, as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this live stream to you guys. We wouldn't be able to bring this broadcast to you guys. So big shout out to XSplit. Thank you for partnering with us. And also we do have our Twitter shout outs as well. It's continuing to go on. Head over to Twitter and tweet at us HGCSEA. So just tweet at us HGCSEA, and your tweets could be featured on stream. Do your shout outs to your favorite team, your favorite players. Yuyung ZXCK, maybe. The ongoing so-called Twitch chat joke this season so far. But yeah, still waiting for the teams to join up, guys. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you who's been joining us since this morning, I appreciate your support. I really thank you for being here with me. It's been a long day, solo casting days. Hopefully one day, I will have a co-caster with me. That should be soon. Apparently, I was supposed to have a co-caster, but she came down with some unfortunate events with her mouth or something like that. But yeah, so it sounds a bit wrong, but yeah. Hopefully, I will one day be able to get a co-caster here in the studio as well. So as you can see, I'm here over here in Singapore. You can see in the studio, I'm not at my room. My bed is not at the back of me anymore. So yeah, it's really interesting to be here, and I really want to thank the Singapore team for flying me out here as well. I believe the game is ready. They're just waiting to ready up and for the game to start away. It's been a long day, guys. This could very well be the last game if Renovatio takes this all. Will they be able to do so? That is the question, of course. So we'll have to see. Tomb of the Spider Queen, a really small map, but generally a map that lasts quite long. We generally see Tomb of the Spider Queen, like the maps last for about at least an average of 20 to 22 minutes. It's always around that time. We don't see it ending really fast. I've never seen, personally, I've never seen like a 12-minute Tomb of the Spider Queen map before. It's just one of those maps that don't really snowball for you. Those web weavers, they do help, but they don't really snowball the entire thing for you, which is why it generally lasts a little bit longer because teams have a slightly more bigger comeback. And because it's such a small map, there's just lots and lots of action constantly happening out. So it's good for us. It's good for us here in the studio and for us as viewers because we get to see tons and tons of action that goes on time and time again. But it's definitely one of those maps that will last a little bit longer, guys. So, yeah, the game is about to start. We are going into the Nexus yet again. This is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen, guys. On the red side, we have Team Resistance. Azurai going to be on his Tasada yet again. Shardiness on Sylvanas. Me Loves Poro going to be on Johanna. Nomuradin this time around. Misery Prox, or Misery Prox, I guess. Misery Prox is going to be on the Li Ming. And 4 is going to be on his Tiranda yet again. We've seen that time and time again, every single game almost. Har on his region. And for the team, Li Ming comes in from the side, Arcane Orb and Magic Missile not actually going to connect onto anyone. Jumpy Lion just spinning around here in this brush. They're trying to set something up. Owl is going to spot him out though. Johanna from the side, he's going to move himself into that brush here. Will they be able to set a nice gank off? He goes in, pulls them in. They're just probably going to clear up the creeps here. It does look like Tasada is making his way towards that top lane and the roaming will begin. Here we see the rest of the red team roaming towards that bottom. Leoric is going to be able to spot out Mila's Poro. He's going to be able to drain his soul down, dealing quite a bit of damage there. But Haha should be totally fine. Again, we're going to see the Arcane Op used to clear out the creep wave. And both sides, you know, just rotating between the lanes. This is exactly what happens. And this is why Asmodan is such a strong hero on this map. Is because you're able to see the rotations and those kills coming out really quickly. VYY at this middle lane with the false start is just going to deal with this creep wave along with that Leoric. Bottom lane we do see the Sonya as well. As with Renovatio, we've always seen that they do take some time to get started. It's not like from the get-go they can definitely get away with it because Sonya takes some time to get a few talent tiers up before she's actually strong and viable in those clashes. Har now gonna spot out Li Ming. He goes in. Will he get the Drain Soul up? He will in fact not get the Drain Soul, taking quite a bit of damage himself. Har gonna have to back off here. VYY going to be able to save him for now. Har going to be able to tap on the fountain, tap on the well, and he should be fine. Jumpy Lion not going to connect on his hook. He has to be careful. Tiranda going to stun him out. Arcane Up going to follow suit. Johanna though going to miss out on his pull, on his stun, and Jumpy Lion will be able to get away and herf back to safety while Leoric takes his place with the soak. Balstad has to be careful. He does have the barrel roll available and will in fact barrel roll away from that area. Greymane at the top lane with that Rega, trying to do as much damage as he can to Azurai on the Tasada. Should be fine though, as again the rotation is just coming in left and right. They're going to be able to get away from there just fine. False start at the middle lane, just has to be really careful. Red team is doing a good job in their rotations, but they are losing out on quite a bit of gems, which is interesting. They only have 16 gems right now as the game is going to pause up. Milav Poro is actually going to DC, I believe, or maybe having some mic or technical issues. Red side, they do have a total of 31 gems available. The blue side, they do have 35, so they are missing out on a few gems here. But nothing definitely to shout for. top lane though. Azurai looks like he's taking quite a bit of damage here. I think he pretty much sure he should be fine. I don't think anything's gonna happen to him at the top lane. So right now, taking a quick look at talent tiers taken as well. The one thing that I'm a bit curious about is actually Li Ming going for triumvirate. I don't really know how you triumvirate. I'm not too sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, not going with the skill that actually takes down restore health. I'm not too sure which build she's actually going for. She does have power hungry for the first talent here. So still right now we don't really know if she's going for the teleport build or maybe an arcane orb build. It does look like based off the second build triumvirate, I think she might be going for the arcane orb build. Tasada of course going with the standard shielding build and full support. Tyrande, as we can see, is going the DPS route of ways. Johanna as a frontline tank, fine. Sylvana is going the Withering Arrow, Withering Fire build as well. Over on the other side, blue side, I don't see any difference. I think everything is pretty standard so far. I don't really see much of a shocker between any of the talents here. But the middle lane though, we do see Leora getting caught here. Arcane Orb actually going to connect onto him, doing quite a bit of damage there. Misery procs as well as Milo's Power now turning into gems, and they will be able to successfully do so, bringing their total count up now to 37. They just need that 13 more, which they do have, I believe, on one of those heroes. They do have 13 available on Azurai. Well, just about. She needs one more. Top lane though, his Goa going in, just kind of killed off those creeps as fast as can. Rhaegar is there to provide the support as well. It does look like they will be able to turn in first though, and those first set of blue Wet Weavers will be spawning out right now as VYY probably got his turn in just in the nick of time. Now the red team will have to deal with the defense here. Will they be able to take down all these outer towers or maybe even a couple of forts, the blue side? That is the question. Both teams achieving that level 7 at about the same time. The first set of Wet Weavers about to spawn here as they push down. Generally, the first set of Wet Weavers, I don't think you'll be able to do much with them, aside from maybe taking down a couple of towers. It does look like they should be able to take down the middle towers, considering the top one is already down. Towers are about to fall along with the gate. Here comes Milo's Pro going in, stun going to connect onto 2 as well, but no follow through as it's just the Johanna and the Tyran. The bottom lane though, Li Ming is going to get taken down by the Sonya at the bottom lane, so just a bit unfortunate for them as they try to take out the Web Weaver themselves at the bottom. We do see Lyric heading towards that bottom lane as well. Rhaegar as well as their Greymane now just abandoning their Web Weaver at the middle after taking out the tower. Doesn't really want to hit towards top. Azura could be in some trouble. No dimensional shift just used yet. Rhaegar gonna slow him down with the totem. Azura is not gonna get out. He's alive and he gets taken down. And this could very well mean the fort going down. So blue side is pushing down. Question, I'm not too sure what's that all about. But yeah, now we see the Li Ming coming with the Arcane Orb in onto Stronger, taking quite a bit of damage. Arcane Orb actually going to hit onto the Spider, the Wet Weaver, just in the nick of time to prevent the death of Stronger. I hope that question mark was actually meant for team chat. Yeah, right now the blue side, they will be almost taking down the fort here. It's actually dropping pretty low. It does look like they want to finish it off, but I don't think they can do so just yet. VYY taking a bit of harassment, but he in turn is pushing quite a bit. And Drain Hope will be used onto Me Loves Poro as he takes a bit of damage. Nothing to shout about, of course. Ooh, he has to be careful though. Middle lane, he's going to be meeting up with 4 heroes, get sucked in. But I think he should be fine. All going to be used as well. Arcane Orb not going to connect. Actually, it is going to connect, but not enough damage to be dealt with to take him down, as he is going to be able to tap on the fountain, and he should be fine. VRY going back towards the top lane again against Azura. He's going to be able to clear up those creep waves, and he should be fine. Bottom lane Sonya going up against that Li Ming. Sonya doing a pretty decent job. Red Wet Weavers though now going to spawn for the red team. Sonya, this bottom lane, has to be careful, but she seems to be doing a pretty good job against as a solo against this Sylvanas as well as this Li Ming. It does look like they want to group up to maybe try and set something up here. The blue side though, here we see Leoric as well as that Falstad doing work on the middle fort. Is dropping pretty low. Here comes the Li Ming though. Arcane Orb actually going to connect on 2. Finally, the tower fort is going to fall. Ooh, he gets trapped in here. Johanna, maybe not the best of targets, but he is trapped in there like a hamster. And he's in some trouble. He's going to have to back off here, dropping really low. Will be able to back off into the gates behind him, and he survives there. Misery Proc's going to fall, but he's going to take Rhaegar with him. Greymane dropping as well. Leoric now going to have to back off here. Tassada trying to give chase with the dimensional shift way by that by Sylvanas. Not going to be able to track him down. So a nice 3-hero kill for the red team as they pick off the foul start, Rega and the Grey Mane. Just Renovatio overextending a little bit too much. They do get the fort though. They do deal with the bottom as well as the middle Wet Weaver, and it does look like the top one is going to fall as well as the team Resistance is pushing down the top lane. I'm not too sure if they will be able to get the top fort though. It does look like Skoa is coming to help them out a bit. Sonya goes in, spinning around, dishing out all the damage. Here comes the Force Wall. Nice Mighty Gust pushing them into the boss pit. This could be real trouble for them. They are getting blocked out as well by Leoric here. 4 taking quite a bit of damage. He's dropping low. His Skoa though, he himself is in some trouble and gets taken down really well. Plays there. Tyrande gonna fall though. Jumpy Lion now could be in some trouble, but here comes Ancestral Healing, keeping him back up there. Misery Procs dropping low as well himself. He's gonna have to blink away. Arcane Orb coming out, not narrowly missing out on that damage. And after all that, just one down. But Valstad, he wants more. He goes in, takes down the Li Meng, and they should be able to get this top fort as well. Minos Poro is still in the fray of things, still trying to maybe set something up here. Barrel in by VYY, trying to finish him off. Will not be able to do so, and Rega will be able to chain heal him back up. So after all that, it's going to be a 2-1 trade in favor of the blue team as they do pick out the Li Meng as well as that Tyrande, paying for it with only just the Grey Main's life. Top fort, of course, is almost down. Next set of Wet Weavers are going to be spawning for the blue side, Renovatio, as they look to extend their lead. They are 1 level ahead now, almost level 13. That's going to push them to the level 13 talent point, and that's going to give them 1 talent tier ahead. Look at Li Ming though, he's coming from the back. He has to be careful. Jumpy Lion at the bottom, Johanna coming in for him as well. Ow, going to be used by the Tyrande to dish out quite a bit, some damage. Leori coming from the side. Mighty Gust now going to be used, catching 3 heroes. Li Ming coming in for the side though. Magic Missile not going to connect. Tyrande dropping low. Here comes Sonya. He wants more. Tyrande dropping extremely low, but Falstad just going a little bit too deep along with that Sonya. He gets taken down. Down goes the Leoric as well. Renovatio, you guys are diving a little bit too deep there. 3 heroes down as Team Resistance coming right back up. Force Wall going to be used to try and prevent them from getting away, but they will not be able to do so. Rega and Grey Mane still wants more though. They want to take down this fort at least, as the rest of the red team are going to rotate around to try and stop the rest of it. Leoric is going to spawn right back up here, but really unfortunate there for blue side. Renovatio just diving again a little bit too deep. They were trying to kill that Li Ming a bit too hard there, and they paid for it with their lives. Sonya as well as that Falstad. We have a replay. Let's see what happened there, and Renovatio went in a bit too deep. We see from the side, Mighty Gust was going to be used at this point, catching all 3 heroes. Here's Sonya. We see him going in. Falstad trying to take down that Tyrande as much as he can. Sonya joining him in the fight, but he was just able to survive. Down went the Falstad, and Li Ming finished him off. I mean, Sylvanas finished him off in the backlines as well. Leoric followed suited, and then it was just really downhill for them. Of course, the blue side, they were able to come back and take down the bottom forts, but just really unfortunate for them that they did give away 3 kills. They will be able to take down the top boss, of course, and that's going to help them out a little bit. They are by no means behind. They are still ahead of this game with a 1 level advantage, but they look like they are pushing down this middle set now with the boss at the top. Just going to leave it in the top lane there. Li Ming is going to deal with it with the Tasada. Here comes Tyrande as well to help them out a little bit. The blue side, Renovatio though, they're just going to be content with picking out a couple of more siege camps. It does look like they're heading their way towards the bottom instead to try and get some distance between the 2 teams and go for those towers. Grey Mane is just jumping around, slashing and cutting away in his warg form. He's probably going to switch back to his human form pretty soon. He gets sucked in by that Johanna. Towers are down though. Boss just dealt with at that top lane, only able to take down 1 of those towers, and the blue team will be content with that, and they will get away, trying to get to that level 16 as fast as they can before they actually go in for those kills. It does look like they're making their way towards those siege camps, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They have right now control of every single siege camp on the map, the bottom, even the ones on the red team, so that's helping them out quite a bit. Team Resistance, they definitely do have an uphill battle to climb, and as I said earlier, they need to win the next 3 games in order to take it all. Renovatio has 3 games to actually get this right, and right now it does look like they are still ahead, playing it really, really strongly and really, really convincingly. They don't have enough for a turn-in. They do have 100 gems on the red side though. Who has the most right now? Milos Poro currently sitting on 33 gems, along with Shardiness with 25, so they do definitely want to try and turn this in. It's 102 gems on them. They don't want to die with these gems. So, but the blue side, they definitely have different things in mind. They want to stop them from pushing all forward and stop them from turning them in, applying tons and tons of pressure. Here we see Li Ming at the top lane just collecting a few more gems, but that's not going to matter if you can't turn them in here. Blue side now again pressuring the middle lane. She's probably going to try and take down these turrets, these towers. They are pretty much out of ammo. Walls are going to fall. Turrets are going to fall as well. They should be able to get them. The red team will be able to mount the defense. Force Smoke going to be used to try and prevent the delay of this. And it's not going to be happening. Sonya is going to be able to pull himself in, but that's going to be all. As Poro taking quite a bit of damage himself, is going to have to back off. Now blinded by that Falstad. I mean on that Falstad, he's going to have to back off himself. And the red team again, 112 gems available on them. They definitely need to try and look for an opening here to turn these gems in if they want any shot of coming back into this game. Har, he could be in some trouble himself here. Ooh, Magic Missile and that Arcane Arm narrowly missing out there. No stun as well. Har could still be in some trouble, but Johanna in the backline is going to find Rhaegar, going to find the slow by Rhaegar as well as that Faust. Has to be careful. Arcane Arm though, look at that damage. Wow, that's crazy. Top lane, we do see Greymane and Sonya doing what they do best, is pushing down those lanes, doing quite a bit of DPS. Greymane dropping low. He's going to have to back off. Tower did not fall, of course. Oracle going to be used to try and scout them out. Would they be able to get the kill though? Milos Poro getting caught here by that Falstad. That's fine. Here we see Sonya going in yet again onto Li Ming, taking quite a bit of damage, dropping extremely low as well, but the heals from the Tyrande will be able to keep her alive, and she should be fine for now. Lusa again just applying tons and tons of pressure. There's no opportunity at all for the red team to turn in. They actually, in fact, probably have enough for double turned ins. So this one 55, the next one 60, it's only 115. They definitely have enough for 2 turn ins here. Unfortunately for them, they just don't have the opening to do so. They are going to achieve that level 16, so that's going to put them even on talent tiers, but the blue side just playing it so aggressive and not giving them any space, any room at all to turn in those gems, and this is just frustrating them right now, as you can see from the way they're playing. Right now, the red team, though, they want to mount an attack on this egg here. They want to turn them in. Har finally gonna get caught here. Mighty Guy's gonna be used to disengage them. Johanna taking quite a bit of damage. Shield, though, gonna be used. Blasted Shield gonna be used to keep himself alive for now. Not too sure if I agree with the proc of the Blasted Shield. So quickly, BYY in the bottom. Red side now, they just want to mount an attack here to try and turn in these gems. They can't be holding them onto them for that long. BYY taking quite a bit of damage. Johanna wants him. Sonya comes in, going to be spinning around. Starfall going to be used by the Tyrande to try and zone them out a little bit. The blue side are a little bit in disarray. Leoric trying to get away. He is going to be able to get away for now safely. Johanna, though, he still wants more. Azurai coming in from the side. No one did just yet. They are turning in, though. Here comes the Leoric to stop them. Oracle going to be used as well. Down goes the totem to slow them all up. As Johanna dropping really low. Jumpy Lion not going to be enough, and he goes down. Yeah, his Goa now dropping really low himself as Har running away for his life. The entire blue team are in full retreat mode, and the red team will be able to mount a successful offense and turn in their gems finally. It must be a relief to stop holding on to all those gems that they have. Lyric now going in, trying to set something up. Here comes VYY again. After tapping on the fountain, they are trying to maybe stop this. Rhaegar going to drop down the totem. Here comes the Falstad. Mighty Gus in onto the Tasada and the Johanna in the backline, but Sylvanas is there. He's herfing. Not too sure why he's herfing, but here comes Greymane jumping in on Tyrande, dropping to that last hit, unable to get off that last hit, and he in turn could be in some trouble. Ancestral healing going to be used now. Tyrande still in the mix of things. Now Leoric chasing down the Sylvanas, not going to be able to do so, and no one goes down. So a nice 2-hero pickoff early on the Sonya by the red team, of course. They will be able to finally turn in their gems. They do have enough for another turn in. The top Wet Weaver is going to be dealt with. The rest of the lanes are pushed up. So the blue team will have to deal with them in the middle and the bottom soon. Leoric is just scouting around. He is going to spot into Milov's Poro here. But I think they should be able to deal with these Wet Weavers pretty easily. I don't think that Team Resistance will be able to do much with this push. Probably just bottom lane forts, in fact. Middle Wet Weavers are already down, and this is what I was talking about. 16 minutes already in this game, and nowhere near the end of it. Tomb of the Spider Queen is one of those games that don't really snowball that crazily. Those Wet Weavers don't really give you a huge advantage in terms of pushing power or anything like that. It's easy to take down. So the game's going to swing either way. It's all about those clashes. So Tomb of the Spider Queen is one of the more balanced maps, I would say. Here we see though Johanna coming with the blind. BYY going to get taken down to about half. He's going to have to barrel roll away. And the red team seems to be a little bit more confident this time. After the aggression from Renovatio early on, it does seem like Team Resistance is starting to gain some confidence, pushing forward here. Again, they have enough for almost 2 turn-ins yet again. Here we see Jumpy Lion though, going in from the side. Milos forward taking quite a bit of damage. Blessed Shield going to be used. Tiranda going to drop the Starfall again to zone them out. The Rorik has to get away. Just not enough DPS coming from the blue team just yet. Shoddiness dropping low as well. Azurai will be able to shield him up. But here we see 42 gems on Milos Poro going to be able to turn in. They're going to get the next set of Web Weavers yet again, and they do have enough, I believe, for almost a next turn in by the time this set of Web Weavers go down. So that's just pretty crazy how many gems that they have for the red side. Here we see Sonya though, hooking onto that Johanna. Not the right choice, of course, in terms of the hero's choices to make. Falstad at that top lane, going to deal with the top lane red Web Weaver. Bottom lane though, this is where the action is about to happen. Tasada, nice use of the Force Wall to block him in. Nice Leoric ulti as well, catching onto 2. Sylvanas will be able to jump away. Milos Poro could be in some trouble here. Leoric in the background, trying to do some hurt onto Tiranda, but look at Li Ming. He's in a situation where he's just open to killing them. Sonya almost about to take down the Johanna, unable to do so, and Li Ming comes in from the side, takes him down. Sonya falling yet again, so just a little bit unfortunate that Sonya just unable to finish off the Tiranda, and that's going to lead to him dying. And now they have to back off and deal with this red Web Weaver. So Team Resistance are putting up a strong attack right now. They are starting to get a little bit more confident in their game as they start to push forward. Johanna up front as well, and this could be the problem for their blue side, is that they don't really have a strong front line aside from the Leoric, who isn't exactly a strong front line as well. Sonya's taking quite a bit of damage before she's even able to get to the red team. So right now it seems that it's getting a little bit hard for Team Renovatio, but they're definitely still very much in this game. Both level 20 right now. It can definitely still go either way. All forts are down from both sides, aside from the middle one, who is probably going to go down right about now. Leoric trying to maybe go in. They do have enough gems for a turn-in for both teams actually. Red side just shy of 3 gems, but they will be able to get that at the top lane in fact. So they definitely will have enough. Johanna now coming into the brush, trying to check if they were going for the siege camp. They are not in fact going for that one. Leoric though at the top lane has to be careful. Not too sure what he's doing all the way out there. His team kind of needs him back at the base. Sonya still waiting for his chance to go in. Leoric still at the top lane. I'm going to be able to clear up that creep wave, but you know, maybe a little bit too late. He's coming from the back here. Sonya, will he go in? Jumpy Lion waiting for the position. Leoric trying to get himself in position himself as well to give out the tombstone, the grave, to trap them in. Here he comes from the side. Will he be able to get one good one off? No, he's just taking quite a bit of damage from the side. He is gonna get away for now, but he's taking quite a bit of damage, not able to go back in just yet. Jumpy Lion trying to do his best, but Johanna just in the front lines is doing so much damage. Johanna now dropping low. Blessed Shield gonna be popped up. Jumpy Lion dropping low as well. No ancestral healing just yet. Again, the shield is gonna keep Milos Poro alive after all that. They're still aiming the Johanna, which I definitely disagree with. Red team now turning in their gems. Here comes the Falstad. Ooh, gets bursted down by Li Ming. Just like that, down goes the Falstad, and they are in disarray. They will have to back off. They did not expect that, but just the amount of damage coming out from that Li Ming was just crazy, and she gets a reset, so they have to back off here. So it's really, really dangerous for them right now. Owl again gonna spot them now. Both teams level 20. Both teams gonna get their Storm Talons. But red team right now, they seem like they are the team to beat. They seem like the more confident team as they push forward here. Constantly taking down a couple of heroes, 1 or 2, and then backing off. Blue team, they're just getting a little bit frustrated. I don't think they've gotten a kill in the last 10 minutes, in fact. So the last time they got the kill, I think, was early on when they were pushing down those lanes. But right now, they're just having a really, really hard time, and they definitely are going to start getting a little bit frustrated, Renovatio. So they are pinging it out a little bit with the Web Weavers now pushing down the bottom lane. Does look like they want to rotate towards the middle to stop the push. Leoric is still at the bottom though. He does have 43 gems on him. They do not want to lose all these gems as well. Here comes the Web Weavers. Blue side, they are going to try and mount a defense. Any defense. Keep is going down. This is the time to go for it though. Stunned by Tyrion, they're not going to hit. Johanna doing quite a bit of damage himself here. Sylvana's going to be able to wave away. Nice lock in there. Ooh, this could be dangerous here. Dimensional Shift going to be used by Tasada, but it's gone now. Sonya going in, trying to get the DPS down, but stun's going to follow. So Rhaegar dropping pretty low as well. No heroes dropped just yet, but down goes the Sylvanas as Greymane pops him down. Johanna as well going to fall, and this could be Renovatio's comeback as they push forward here. Team Resistance just maybe diving a little bit too deep, and it all started from Leroic Grave. His ultimate there catching 2 heroes in that lock. But Greymane here getting healed up. He might have to be careful. Here comes the Li Ming trying to do as much burst as he can, and they will have to back off and heal up. They will be able to get those 2 kills, and that's going to help them a little bit here. But they definitely don't want to overextend it as well themselves. They do lose the keep in the middle though, so objective secured for the red team. Taking a quick look at talents as well, you know. That Entomb by Leoric was just crazy. Just catching out 2 heroes. He does have 52 gems on him, so he will be able to turn that in, and they just need 4 more, I believe. And they will be able to summon their own set of blue web weavers. Not too sure if they will be able to push along with it though. I think they should be able to. The question is, will they be able to finish the game? I don't think so. As we mentioned, 22 minutes is an average game here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. It generally lasts up to 30 minutes, so do expect still more action to come as both teams neither side looking to end this game just yet. It's one of those games that, again, no snowballing in that sense. Those Web Weavers don't really do a huge amount of damage anyway. The Arcanaut with the Magic Missile taking Leoric's HP down by 20%. It's pretty crazy, especially considering when you have a tank like him taking so much damage. We saw Falstad, what he could do with Falstad earlier on. Look at the amount of damage coming up for this Web Weaver. It's just dropping solo. Here comes Leoric though. No Entomb just yet. He is going to drain hope onto Milov's Poro, trying to bring him down as low as he can. Here comes Sonya from the side, taking down that tower. Totem going to be placed as well. It does look like the blue side is just going to be content with that and maybe move on to another lane. They are trying to drag this out for as long as they can. Here comes Sonya with the hook. They are going to get wave forced away from that Li Ming though. Blue side just still doing a good job keeping everyone alive. Rhaegar with the chain heal. Jumpy Lion had to be careful that he goes in with the hook. Now spinning around trying to do as much damage as can. Force Wall again going to be used. Magic Missile not going to connect onto anyone. No Entomb just yet. Rafa the Berserker though already used by Sonya, so he has that off cooldown. He goes in yet again. Milos Poro dropping low. Blind going to be used. Ooh, Rhaegar dropping him, being able to keep his team alive as VYY almost nearing death there at this middle lane. This clash is still dragging out pretty long here, but it does look like Team Resistance has this defense for now. They have to be careful, Renovatio. They are pushing this a little bit. We saw what could happen when the defending team gets in front. Bottom Web Weaver is going to push in. It does look like they will have, again, enough gems for the next turn in. So it does look like they're just trying to get themselves into position to get a next turn in. 39 gems on the Rhaegar. Red side, however, they do not have one. The egg is going to spawn in about right now. And they are going to be able to turn in those gems and get themselves up there. So Web Weavers are going to spawn, boss is going to despawn there, and this time around they're going to try and push in yet again. Will they be able to this time get the middle keep though? That is the question, but they are again doing a really good job in keeping this pushed up. Leoric with a tons of HP right now as the frontline tank, but that arcane orb damage from the Li Ming is just pretty crazy. So next set of blue Web Weavers are going to spawn. Bottom lane, we do see the Falstad joining up with his own Web Weaver to try and take down the bottom keep. It does look like they are going to be able to take it down. I don't think they will be able to stop the push of this Web Weaver. So bottom keep is going to fall. His Goa, wow. The damage there coming out from the Li Ming just proving to be so hard to deal with. He drops to about half HP. Rhaegar trying to keep them alive as best as he can. Milov's Poro now just going in ham. He's dropping extremely low though. Falstad in the back line is going to get taken down. Milov's Poro, he might not want to drop here. Blessed Shield finally going to be used to proc. Down goes the Sonya as well with the Arcane Orb with the resets. Down goes another one with the Arcane Orb as Li Ming is going to have to back off here. So a nice 3-hero kill for the red side. The blue team losing Falstad, Sonya, as well as that Leoric. Just a bit unfortunate for them, but their core is being threatened right now as he drops to about 99% damage. Nice 3-hero kill pick-off for them. We do have a replay. Let's check out what happened there in the previous clash. As we can see here, Falstad dove a little bit too deep in the backlines. I think he was trying to get a Mighty Gust off. And as you can see, Leoric going up to the front line, the damage coming out. Look, pay attention to the Li Ming though. That's where you want to pay attention to. Sonya went in. Look at that burst on Li Ming. Takes down the Falstad in the background. Goes in, resets his skills. Johanna with the Blessed Shield going to keep himself alive. Down goes the damage onto Leoric. Blinks in yet again. And wow, just really crazy. And real time right now, we have another clash going on. The blue side, Renovatio going in onto shooting Shardiness, taking down the Johanna. Li Ming is down as well. Sonya's still dead from the previous clash as we saw earlier on. Now Greymane trying to dive in to take down the Tyrande, who is dropping really low. Dimensional Shift going to be used. Faustat going to jump back. Mighty Gut's going to be used as well. This could very well be GG as Renovatio is going to push in, and in fact GG is actually going to be called as well. Faustat going to pick him off, and I think it is in fact going to be GG. It does look like they are going to push down the core, and just as we're looking at that replay, it was pretty crazy. Renovatio will be able to take out 4 heroes. It is going to be GG, and they are going to be crowned yet again champions of the Philippines. They are going to take the first seeding going into next week's C Regionals, but take no credit away from Team Resistance as well. They played an awesome game, but Renovatio going through the entire finals, not dropping a single game. They are looking on point. Resurgence has a lot to deal with if they are to actually try and reclaim their title for sure. Look at that stats. Faustat, MVP of the game, I have to say. Hero damage 81,000, siege damage 210,000. XP contribution up right there. All 3 on the board. He is number 1, VYY, doing a really good job here in this game. But Renovatio, man, have to say they've been playing really solid. They did not drop a single game throughout the entire qualifier. So congratulations to them for taking the crown champion, winning this first best of 3 series just like that, 2-0. They went all the way and they did it, guys. So Renovatio, the ultimate champions of Philippines, but Team Resistance will be able to hold their head held eyes as well. Will be able to. It's a best of 5? Are you sure? So apparently I'm getting word from the admins that apparently it's going to be a best of 5. But if it's a best of 5 and they're going from the winner's bracket, they would have 1 game in hand anyway. So I think it's over. I'm not sure. So I'll get the confirmation guide from you guys from the admins soon. Yeah, we're gonna go for a short break, guys. We're gonna be right back and we'll check on it and let you know soon. But Jumpy Lion just too strong. Going back in again, Avatar going to be used by that Muradin, but he's dropping too low. He gets taken down. Illidan going to try and finish this off. Metamorphosis already used. He takes down 1, he takes down 2, he takes down 3, he takes down 4. Oh, shot in.